In 3, 2. Oh, that's not how that works.
No.
That's not how that works. Hi, everybody.
1, 2. Hey, you.
In
Hi.
1, 2, hey, you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hell yeah. Check that out.
Welcome to Thursday. My name is Danica.
Oh, my name's Brandon.
Yeah, this is our best of the week,
Oh, girl.
where we chill out, relax, occasionally talk about a bad movie or a great movie.
Oh, boy, howdy. So last week we talked about Birdemic. If you haven't seen Birdemic, wow, maybe don't.
Hello, the one true Andrew is here. Dr. Peterson.
Or maybe do.
Yeah,
However
we
you
can't
feel.
stop you. That's your life.
We are classically not your parents.
We're your comics aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
Where we'll give you good advice, but we'll also be bad influences if we think it's funny.
Here, kid.
Do you want a comics beer? What? There's a comic about beer.
Listen, kid, you might as well do it here. Don't tell your parents.
Yeah. If you do it here, it's inside. You're safe. We made the right choice not to have kids.
Yeah, we did. We have cats. They cannot be controlled.
Yeah.
It is what I also hear about children's. I believe one of our good friends described them as baby terrorists you cannot negotiate with.
Tiny terrorists.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay Switt's here. He says, thanks, Comic Daddy.
That's right.
Yeah, we may be your comics aunt and uncle, but Brandon is definitely everybody's comics daddy.
Indeed. Very proud of that, too. Also happy that it was apparently fine to do that on someone else's site.
Heck yeah. It adds, flavor, character. They're in New York, okay?
Well,
I'm sure this was pretty tame comparatively.
There's a difference between us kind of dicking around on our thing, being our own bosses, and then just doing it on someone else's without asking.
Did Heidi actually say anything? Or did
No,
she
but I
just...
brought it up. So
and she said it was fine?
yeah, she was just like, oh, whatever.
See, New York.
Good times.
New York.
Famously editor of Disney Adventures magazine's comic section, Heidi McDonald, but also editor and part of Vertigo. That's where we got Why the Last Man. She approved that.
Yeah.
And then she
Heidi-
was fired.
Yeah. Heidi's an amazing woman. She's been in the comics industry for literally decades now, and she's brilliant. And I'm honored just to know her, and hopefully one day we can meet her in person. But for now, I'm just really happy to be in the same realm as her.
Yeah. One of these days we're gonna trick her into being on one of these streams.
I was gonna go with buy us plane tickets to New York.
It's gonna be a trick.
You've been triggered. Oh no, we're in your city.
Yeah. We've never been into New York. We've been by New York. It got really busy and we went around it.
Yeah, we have been to New York State when we went to our Connecticut trip. We went up to visit some family I have in Whitby, Ontario. So we went through New York State on the freeways forever, which are just surrounded by trees, and there's like nowhere to get off, and everything is a toll booth.
It's nowhere to get off in the States.
Damn it, don't. How dare you, Comics Daddy? How dare you turn this dirty?
This is not what we signed up for.
No.
There's no on this podcast.
Oh my God. Okay. How am I not prepared for this? We've been
Apologies to
together
the children who are definitely not watching this.
Yeah. Please don't watch us, children's.
We are not your comics parents. Here.
No. Not sponsored by that beer. Although, how is it? Is it good?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
razzleberries or something.
Razzie Cat. Raspberry sour from Alley Cat. Here in Emonstown.
Nice.
I believe it's their first sour. I don't know.
It's awesome.
But
Yeah.
it's good.
I have white wine. It's the same box wine I've drunk all year. That's right. I'm a wine aunt now. I went full box wine.
Box wine.
I legit couldn't tell you the brand. I would have to look in the fridge.
Bodacious.
Most of the time he's doing the shopping, so he picks up the vine. But can I tell my cute kid story from today?
Yes, you can.
It's very adorable. Okay, I was going to say speaking of kids, but then I just went into wine. So not speaking of kids. So as we may have mentioned, the Batman Fortnite issue 1 came out last week.
I forgot about this story for a second. This is great.
Oh, I know. I love it so much. So I had this kid on the phone call me and ask if we had any issue 1s, and we had managed to get a couple in for this week, and I was like, oh, of course, yeah, I do have them. Would you like me to put one aside for you? And they go, we're just kids. We don't have money. It was the cutest thing, and I almost cried. And then they called back like 10 minutes later to ask how much it was. And I was just like, oh, and they when they called the second time, they said, hey, this is the kid that called before. I love this tiny human. So cute. I think it might have been that family that did come in later.
I think so too, yeah.
I think so too. And the preteen boy was just, it's like the best human being. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
It was a wonderful experience. That family that came in was really cool too, because as they were leaving, the parent was like, so I didn't actually think that I'm actually very impressed about your kids section. The places that we've been to, it seems like they don't want kids there, and I didn't expect
surprised.
Exactly, like I didn't expect a comic store to have a welcoming experience for kids, and was just like, they are comics.
Eyelash.
No, we didn't say it like that to that person.
No, but we were very proud. We are good at taking compliments, and
we are not good at taking.
I am good at taking compliments because I've worked very hard on this. You refuse to, but that's whatever.
Yeah, I won't do it.
So no, when they said that, I was basically say thank you. We're very, very proud of the work we've done here. We've worked very hard to make this store the best it can be for all ages. So I'm very excited. A lot of nice, cute things was said to us today. Wow. The language is already just devolving, but it was just a good, happy story. And I will forever remember, we're just kids. We don't have money.
We don't have money.
Like, I love you, weird child. That's great. You're great. So yeah, like, I may not want kids, but kids are great. Seriously. And a lot of our friends have kids and their kids are great. So we're pretty lucky.
Yeah. We like, our roles are definitely aunt and uncle. I have big uncle energy.
Ow.
Been known to carry several children on my back.
That's true. You got to work on that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got like a full eyelash thing going.
You should just take it out.
I have taken out like 12 eyelashes today.
No, like the whole eye. Just like pull it out and just wash it off.
If I do the eye, it won't work. I have to take out like the flap, and then no one will want to watch the show. It's just rip it off.
And then just
put it in some saline.
No, you just put it in your wine.
Oh no, that doesn't seem right.
Just clean it off.
Yeah, that seems like a bad decision.
Back in.
Okay, well, I mean, it's a good thing it's my glass eye, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's start a rumor. Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie, Andrew, less cute. I'm not a kid and I don't have money.
Oh no, I definitely am not a kid and I also don't have money, but it's very cute when someone who talks like this says it and they're on the phone and you're just like, we've gotten a lot of calls in the last couple of weeks where the parent or guardian is in the background going, okay, if you want this, you have to call yourself.
That's super great.
They call us and we get to talk to kiddos.
And just hear in the background, hi. So ask them what you want. Ask them what you want. I want do you have there's a Batman Fortnite what's it called? Batman Fortnite .0 comic. Oh. You showed it to me. Do you have They're the best calls.
I'm crying. I love it. Because like there's so much junk that you deal with as a comics retailer and it's like so minimal. But everybody knows, 9 people can say nice things and then one person says something crappy and you're just like, that one person, it's everything.
Yep.
So I have to just kind of pump myself up this way by saying like, no, this is what I'm here for. Like, it's not just for kids, obviously, but excuse me, so many people our age are having kids.
Mhm.
And so, a lot of the stores go for the 30 and 40 and 50 somethings. But surprise, they have children or teens. And it's like, why wouldn't you want to share that with your offspring?
Exactly.
I'm keeping very gender neutral here.
Yeah, we've another one of our regulars today when we were talking about this. We're talking about the library stuff that we had accomplished today and set up for the future. Some school libraries ordering some books. We do curated selections. They can set us a budget. They can set us some parameters, and we get some stuff for them, or they can ask for some specific stuff. We've done everything like that. And this person was a former comics shop owner in BC before, and was kind of astounded. Was just like, "Oh wow, you do that stuff?" And he's like, "Well, this is kind of why I like coming here, is because you guys care. You're shaping the minds of the next generation." We're like, that's what we love to do.
That's why I have anti-racist baby board books.
Yeah. Literally called Anti-Racist Baby.
I am shaping the minds of children, yes.
Yes.
I remember that one time I ran out of letters and we had to, on that little light sign with the clear letters, and we tried to spell variant edition comics, and I ran out of a C. And so we made a joke about variant edition commies.
Variant edition commies.
Yeah.
Indoctrinating your children into...
Since 2015.
Yeah. It went over really well.
It really did.
On our soch.
Our people are pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like, I'm pretty jazzed about that. The fact that we now have this influence outside the store. So there can be a library in Alberta somewhere where this kid or teen, that's the first comic they read.
Yep. And
even if I don't ever know about it, there's this connection, and we're like planting seeds all over the province. And that is just a really cool thing.
Yeah, it makes us really happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, hard pivot from that. Hey.
Oh yeah. So teens, good. Birdemic 2? Why? The Resurrection, by the way, this is what it's called.
So, for those of you who missed last week or whatever, we tend to watch a free show on Tubi. I say free show. Tubi's free as long as you have the internet and something to watch it on. Very minor barriers.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was agreeing, but I was agreeing very loudly.
It's all good.
I'll be back here.
And so last week we watched Birdemic, probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Extremely entertaining. We decided to chase that with Birdemic 2. The Resurrection?
Yes.
The Resurrectioning?
The Resurrection.
Holy freaking heck, folks. Oh, yeah.
It's belated, but whatever. It was not good. And not good in the way that Birdemic was, because it was just so bad. But this one was trying, and it was kind of just sad.
So it's the exact same plot, and they add a couple other wrinkles, but by the exact same plot, dude walks for far too long. This time it is literally 5 minutes straight, walking down the street as the camera goes from behind him to in front of him, to beside him, to behind him, to in front of him, to behind him, to behind him, to in front of him, to beside him, all the way to a dive bar whose logo they show for a very long time.
Yeah, this definitely was another movie where they don't know how to edit properly because things were held for way too long.
See, you're right, Andrew. It should be called the second wave.
Yeah.
But as we'll shortly get into, oh boy.
Oh, you know what? I know why it was called Resurrection, and Jesus.
We'll
We'll talk about that very soon.
we won't explain it because it can't be explained.
It is a mystery, like a woman.
Indeed. So, dude goes to a restaurant, meets somebody at that restaurant, has a conversation.
Rod from the first Birdemic.
Yeah, who's a friend, Rod and so and so. But
Natalie.
before that,
Oh.
he talks to the waitress.
Oh my God! Right, I forgot that pivotal moment.
Yeah, because this is again beat for beat the same movie.
With just two new people.
Dude walks, meets a lady. After their meeting, chases after them, says, "Hey, you should date me," more or less. This one was like, "Hey, you should be in the movies. I do movies." And she's like, "I don't know. I'm gonna leave." And then as she's leaving, goes, "Hey, no, wait." Exactly what happens in the first movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, except it's totally different because in the first movie, he's a software developer and she's a model. And in the second movie, he's a producer and she's an actress.
And they're friends with
so different.
the
first two.
The first two.
This has already got very complex. If the plot is a little too much for you, I understand.
Mm-hmm. So
hello.
The
Hi.
rest of the first bit of the movie meanders like, or the second movie meanders like the first bit. They're just walking around, seeing some sights.
Oh my God.
They mention the old town that Birdemic 1 took place in, and there's also weird news clips saying like,
dead birds rain from the sky today. I am doing news report.
In Boise?
There were a couple different things.
Yeah.
But so the sound quality.
And blood.
And I do not mean quality. The sound that existed was the worst. It was worse.
Can we call it the sound quantity?
I mean,
quantity over quality, right?
In some scenes, but in the news reporter scenes, there was like no sound. She was like, "I'm in a cave," and I was like, "I am so glad we have captions on right now because I could not hear a thing."
Super great.
So the sound is all over the place, like the first movie. The only thing that I think they did when they expanded the budget, because it's like 30 times bigger than the first budget, locations and extras, and that's it. They didn't
and better
change the
cameras.
sound. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the cameras are better.
Yeah, but like, I'm just insulted. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not a sound person, but I did sound in film school, and I am insulted for people who continue with that career. That is just insulting. Also, there was a boom mic in so many shots.
It was super great.
It's very cute and funny in like one or two, but I got really angry at it after a while.
So, as this plot goes on, only one of the kids from the first Birdemic
oh my God,
movie is back.
Okay, yes.
And they go to the La Brea tar pits all together, this foursome and this kid. And the kid goes like, "Oh, I really wish so-and-so could have been here, but she died from eating, from a disease when she ate that fish that Rod cooked one time." And that's it.
She just doesn't show up. They killed her off. I did enjoy that, I guess. It was that kid is just like, it's like he's like, you know what? I'm gonna act like the adults because that's how this shtick works. And he was like, "I'm so sad that my sister couldn't be here because she died
from
because
that
of
fish
this."
that Rod cooked one time.
I know. I'll give him this. There were a million callbacks to the first movie, a lot of the same cast.
Every other character except for his original friend and his friend's girlfriend in the movie came back.
Yeah, it was like Rembrandt and Becky or something. It was something.
Remember.
It was something like Rowdy or
but
Army
the
guy.
the weird
the weird doctor.
The weird doctor came back. The weird guy in the woods who was scared off by a mountain lion came back. He's got a wife now, and they have a TV show.
Yeah, they have a reality TV show, and they kept talking about how they were like, "We're a no emission family."
That's our show, the No Emission Family Show, where we do things like not emit things while we record the show. It's a big hit. Yes, I've seen that show. Yes, you have, because it is a big hit.
Oh my god.
It's wild, the folks that they brought back, and the things that they did in general, because this time, folks, there's 2 added wrinkles. Nothing is explained why, and much like the first movie, the danger stops.
Just whenever they decide the movie's over.
Yeah, just stops.
The birds just change their mind at the end. They're
They
like,
do, and
we're done here. We'll see you in 5 years.
Because they're making a third one,
They're
folks.
making a
They're filming it
third.
right now. We found out some things that we'll get into.
Okay, yes.
But so the 2 added wrinkles.
I heard
There's
an axe.
blood
Right.
raining from the sky.
Blood rain. Super metal.
And it happens again. And this causes dead birds to fly out of the La Brea tar pits. And also, forgot this part,
No, I don't. I want to forget
the
that part.
you know the scientist guy from the first movie who's
Oh.
like, well, the birds are causing problems. He's like, so little known fact about birds and what has happened previously. So there was such a birdemic back in the olden days.
Cavemen.
Where the
times.
cavemen, they flash back to caveman times, and there's these 2 very poorly costumed cave people definitely fucking. Whoops.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Jesus. Brandon, it's right there.
Yeah, we
It's
don't
right
have
there.
the 5-second delay, which we're not that coordinated to do that. That
No.
would drive us
God,
mad.
no. No, thank you.
Um,
You just got to know. Anyway, they were definitely.
definitely doing a sex.
Yep. They were knocking boots.
They were definitely sex making
Knocking fur boots because that's all the cave people wore back then.
until the birds attacked them.
It was so
They
weird.
stopped making the sex.
And then they fought the birds.
They fought the birds and they died. Anyways, the birds all fly out of the La Brea tar pits when blood rains from the sky, and so do the 2 cave folk.
Because they're also in the La Brea tar pits and therefore have been preserved for millions of years.
Sasufi!
That's how you spell it. I love
We
it.
just say it out loud.
No, that was not an Encino Man reference. That would have taken. That would have been classy
Well,
comparatively.
So exactly, like there's this weird resurrection part of it. So zombies appear eventually. There's no rhyme or reason.
No, it's like the birds came back, the cave people came back, and so there's more birds, but they're like the biggest birds. They're like the prehistoric.
There's
birds.
different kinds of birds.
There
They
are-
have more animations.
Yes, there's at least 2 kinds of birds. One of them is an eagle.
And now when they die, they split apart
like literally half, just
instead of just splash, bloop.
thump. That's still my favorite thing. It
Thump.
just came out of the screen and was like, it would land on the van hood and it was like, thump.
Yeah.
I mean, captions, honestly, like I do use them because I have bad hearing, but man, do they add to the comedy sometimes.
And so there's resurrected stuff.
Yeah.
So similar
Oh.
situations. People are running around.
Yeah.
They die.
They
They meet old characters.
Yes, they die.
Yeah. Well, they're
And then they
all
meet
the
new characters.
all the classic characters
die.
are fine. They're just around and then they leave.
Yeah.
And
Well, the
so
doctor didn't die. And
No.
the woods guy
And the woods guy didn't die.
'cause
Yeah,
he's
all
a
the
no
old-
emission family.
exactly all the old folks who came back are fine.
Yes, would recommend.
Now the other wrinkle is the filmmaker thinks this is his
Oh,
scream
oh my god.
because boy howdy are there references to making movies.
It gets so meta. He's basically licking his own butthole.
There's one part where the movie stops dead, so they'd be like, hey, this would make a good movie. Hey, do you think I should write a screenplay about this? I don't know. Who would give you a budget for something like that? Maybe nobody, but I could probably just make it on my own. Yeah, that sounds like it. That would be a good idea. Hey, we should probably get away from the birds, though.
It literally stops. And I think it was Natalie, who sadly is the most capable human in this pathetic group of humans, who's like, yeah, guys, we should have just shut up and run. God.
Yep. They go through different movie sets. They meet several women, 3 of which are topless, who all die.
Because they are shooting one of those very revealing horror movies in a locker room, which I will say is funny. Murderer. Because they're literally just standing around with like just pants, and they're like, "Oh no, what about that murder?" Blah blah blah. But then the guy comes in and goes, "I'm gonna kill you."
No exaggeration. Walks into the scene. I'm gonna kill you, and then they all like run around the lockers like yakety sacks. And then the birds attack, and then literally everybody's just jumping with towels.
They do that. They bring back the coat hangers from the first movie. Sadly, they're just for the ladies, because coat hangers are apparently gendered. The dudes get the guns. There is absolutely one part where Natalie ends up with the gun, and then Rod just takes the gun away from her, and I was like, kick him in the junk. Rod is a terrible dude. Why is this the person your mom wants you to marry?
Also,
Why?
Natalie also says at one point, very directly, "You're a terrible shot."
So now I want a Birdemic remake just from Natalie's perspective, because I feel like she's got something going on. Like, she knows what's up.
Yeah, we're not even explaining all of the plot. There's a weird thing where Natalie and this other waitress girl are out for the same part. Kudos on them not actually fighting. I will give them that.
They were close though. There were like some looks, some like bitch face. She's like, I don't think I like to be your friend.
Yeah, it was an interesting time had by all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the jellyfish. I forgot about the jellyfish.
The jumbo jellyfish?
Yeah. One of the earlier attacks was a jellyfish for reasons.
Not explained, not tied to anything.
No, so we just called it a bird of the sea and went with it.
Bird of the sea, the jumbo jellyfish, bird of the sea.
Yeah. And then, and then the zombies. So that one dude, the producer guy, not Rod. I don't remember his name. He's Rod. Like, they end up in an RV. And then he's like, I know a shortcut through the cemetery. And
he knows a shortcut through the cemetery.
That is a serial killer statement. You have murdered people before.
I routinely take the shortcut through the cemetery in Hollywood.
Right? That's not okay. Like, that dude has murdered people.
Yeah. It was a experience.
Yeah. I hate myself because I still feel like we're going to watch the third one day.
We're absolutely going to watch that third movie. So they win. The Birdemic folks win.
I think the birds win because that was their choice to leave.
So the filmmaker has also founded an organization that is dedicated to making sure that people lived over 100 years old. He's got creams. Right. He's got systems. He's got books. And he has said that the main actor guy, name I can't remember, is going to use that system to look at least 1 year younger.
The Rod guy? The new guy?
No, Rod.
Oh, Rod.
The main guy from the movies, yeah.
He's so generic.
He is going to use the system to look at least 1 year younger than he currently does.
Wow.
For the movies, so that he doesn't look too old. Oh my God. Because so much time has passed between the movies.
No.
We're going to help people live to over 100. We're going to make you look amazing while you do it. In fact, our system is so good, we can make this young man, actor, person who is in between our age, almost directly in between our age.
Oh, yeah, he is.
A whole year younger than he currently does. That is the Rejuvenex guarantee. I don't know what it's called.
Boy, oh boy, I wish I had this last year back. I've aged so much. I think we all have, though. Honestly, I think the pandemic has aged us all 3 years. But we all look great, fantastic. Okay? We all look great. Mm-hmm. All right? You look great. You look great. You look great. And you look great.
Stop it. I told you not to compliment me. Clunk.
Wait, was that me or the mic?
Microphone.
Okay,
Clunk.
I was like, clunk? What are we doing here?
1, I would never hit you. 2, this is very expensive.
That's true.
So I just went clunk.
Yeah, like if we ever need to spike the mic or something, we'll be like, That was a good line.
Oh, so careful. Oh my god. Okay.
Right? All right? Cool,
Yeah.
right? Rockstar. I did
All
like
right.
how that was a bit in sync. That was very cool. Ooh. And now dance.
All right. So the folks probably want us to talk about.
May. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Sorry. In 2 days, it is going to be May.
It's true. In one day the memes hit.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's the best day of the internet. It's April 30th. Okay, you should talk about
I should have had a button ready. Maybe tomorrow. I'll have one ready for tomorrow's Go FOC Yourself show, which y'all should watch on the Comics Beat social media. Yay!
Yay! Okay, talk about your books.
So we're doing the past picks, and then we're going to get to our favorites of the week. I want to talk about Runaways. Not necessarily this one in particular, but kind of this one in particular.
Speaking of the La Brea Tar Pits.
Indeed. Did you know the Runaways had a hideout underneath the La Brea Tar Pits? Well, they freaking did. For those of you who don't know who the Runaways are, they are a group of young kids in the Marvel Universe who find out that their parents are literally evil, like many children believe. They run away. Their parents chase them down, and throughout the years, they get into some shenanigans. This is the current series that's been running, written by Rainbow Royale with art by Christopher Honka.
We love Christopher Honka.
I love Christopher Honka. We named a goose after him.
Yes, there are 2 geese living outside on the lawn outside the apartment next door to our store. And so they're both named Christopher Honka because I do not have a second goose name.
Christopher Honka and Christopher Honka. The Christopher's Honka.
Yes. If you have a good goose pun name, I would love to hear it.
Mhm.
But until then, they will both be beautiful partners. Christopher's Honka.
Christopher's Honka. Yeah, they're just hanging out on the lawn next to our store. They are delightful. They don't cause much trouble. One of them did poop in front of the store as we left yesterday.
So that we're taking that as a Yelp review.
Yeah. He's like, I can't read.
1 star.
1 star. You have not given me bread. 1 star. Anyways, Runaways is great. What I love about it is it's the trappings of superheroes, but you know how the X-Men is mostly about kissing? Because it is. Yep. This is what the X-Men would be if there was definitely not even a parental figure around at all. So not a whole lot gets done.
No. And there's a dinosaur.
Indeed. But a lot does get done. And they're just this beautiful weird family unit. They're wonderful kids, and they make weird decisions that kind of come back on them, and there's always consequences to their stuff, and it's just my absolute favorite Marvel series of all time. Because it's wonderful. Yes.
David, hi.
David says it's a 1-star review.
Yes, a butt star. Ironically, I emailed you today. That's so funny. Hi. Hi, Max. Speaking of butt stars. Hey, buddy.
He does like to show his butt.
Yeah. He's very proud of it, though. He keeps it very clean. And so we should applaud him for that.
And that's something you folks wanted to know.
As a cat, that's a good thing.
That's true.
That is a self-care thing for a cat, okay? Let me tell you.
When he was chonkier and he couldn't
Yeah.
clean, sometimes he did the scoot.
He did.
Where you put your butt down and then you just pull yourself by your front legs.
So gross.
It was very gross. And so he went on a diet.
I'm so glad he doesn't understand English because he would be so embarrassed right now.
God, you guys.
Oh, Mom and Dad.
Dude loved Birdemic, by the way.
Oh, yeah. We have video of him watching the birds, and he was just planted in front of the screen. And, like, I moved some stuff so he didn't knock the whole television over, but he was just, like sitting in front of the screen going... It was so great.
I'm gonna get them.
I loved it.
Get them. I'm gonna see if I can actually load it up here.
Yeah, I don't know if you can, like, put it in the comments, maybe?
Oh, I will probably run it on the show. But
Oh,
we'll see.
good. Okay. Yeah. I was just like, all right. Love that. Love that.
Stop it.
You're
Don't
a good
step on the
boy,
thing.
except when you step on the button.
Don't
Please
step on the buttons.
step on the
Don't step
buttons.
on the buttons.
You were so good. Can you just sit here and be a good boy? No? Okay. I didn't think so.
Hardest of all passes, mother.
Hi, handsome.
Hardest of all passes, mother.
Wow. That is a weird thing for your husband to say. I'm just making it weird. It's fine.
Oh, I made it weird.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I always do.
I never get to use that. All right, maximum. How much more should I vamp? Don't ruin. But
Talk about one of your books.
okay, I will. So Max, don't lick my keyboard, you weirdo. So he straight up actually did something to my computer, which it took Brandon to fix because I didn't know. He like locked one of the there's like a button where you could lock the functions, and so I couldn't change my volume.
It was so funny.
And I was like, he actually did something. I was shocked. Anyway. All right. Pow, pow, pow. All right. You're doing that. I'm doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So my past pick is a prose novel. It is called Black Canary, Breaking Silence by Alexandra Monier. I think that is how you pronounce it. I apologize if you don't. So I'm just going to read this and then tell you why I liked it. Let's see. Dinah was 8. So it's about Dinah Lance. It's a YA book about Dinah Lance. Dinah was 8 years old when she overheard the impossible, the sound of a girl singing. It was something she was never meant to hear, not in her lifetime, and not in Gotham City, taken over by the vicious, patriarchal Court of Owls. The sinister organization rules Gotham City as a dictatorship and has stripped women of everything: their right to work, to make music, to learn, to be free. Now 17, Dinah can't forget that haunting sound, and she's beginning to discover that her own voice is just as powerful. Ooh, sorry, there's a ding in my ear. I think it was from your computer.
It sure was.
But singing is forbidden, a one-way route to a certain death sentence, fighting to balance her father's desire to keep her safe, a blossoming romance with mysterious new student Oliver Queen, and her own need to help other women and girls rise up. Dinah wonders if her song will finally be heard, and will her voice be powerful enough to destroy the Court of Owls once and for all. Now, I will preface this by saying you don't have to have read the Court of Owls. It's okay. So now I will say this is based on what if the Court of Owls won. It's like Handmaid's Tale, but with singing. Yeah. Handmaid's Tale, the musical. I'm just kidding. That actually really makes it sound bad. It's an amazing book. So I love this book because of that. Like, I love stories of teen girls figuring out their stuff and kind of rebelling and finding out who they are. Mostly because as a teen girl, I did bumpkiss. I was a not good teen girl. I did not lead a rebellion. I did not start a band. I was shy and didn't do anything. So I'm using my 30s to take back my teen girl years, I guess. And I'm reading everything YA.
Teen Girl Summer.
Yeah, it's my teen girl summer. Oh, I like that.
There you
go. The cool thing about this is that this author is the perfect person to write this. She's an Iranian American author of the final 6 and 5 other books for young adults. Jesus, right? Don't lick my neck. It's weird. Alexandra spent her teen years as a pop singer before publishing her debut novel, and she continues to write and record music. So she is not only a writer, she was in a band, and so there are actual legit songs in here. And because she is a musician, they make sense. I think this is wonderful. I think it's a great mix of the comic lore plus the YA kind of age reading level.
Mm-hmm.
Ow! What the hell?
You might have to go, buddy. One sec.
No biting, dude. Jesus. Okay. All right. Ow. Usually he's just kind of. Anyway, whatever. So. Uh-oh. Watch out. Not the books. Not the books. Okay. Okay. Good. Just the max. It'll be fine. Okay. So I would highly recommend this if you want a great story about someone finding their independence. You don't just have to be a teen girl. You can be anybody. Case in point, I am 20 years too old for what the targeted demographic of this book is, and I flippin' loved it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, before we get to the best of the week, I've got 2 videos to show you because I'm a dork. 1, Max watching Birdemic. Ready? And...
Oh, look at that one guy.
And 2,
Oh my god, I forgot this. I love this one.
Geese News, baby.
Clear skies coming in here. Traffic's doing okay. Don't care about the geese roaming. We have a problem with the geese. The problem is they've asked us to surrender. And you know us. We refuse to surrender to geese. Ducks? Maybe. They seem reasonable. Geese? No. Very unreasonable. Honking. Honking like they think they're cars. They're not cars. Hence the traffic problems. It is ridiculous, and I will not stand for it. Not again. Not anymore.
So that's when we first tested out this camera.
I love this so much every time. We still say not again, not anymore to this day. And
Not
that
again.
Was a few weeks. Well, it was a couple months. Whatever.
Not anymore.
Not again. They think they're cars. They are
They're
not
not cars.
cars. Oh my god. Thank you for that, Jim.
No problem.
Also, watching Max just freak out at the fake birds, he was so happy. And so, you know what? If anyone enjoyed Birdemic in that living room that night, it was him.
It was him.
Yeah.
It's very good. All right. I've got something beautiful to show you. Not necessarily a comic, but an art book.
Is it me?
Definitely a work of art. Indeed. But this just came in today. Oh my god. When I was looking at what it was about and the art that you were going to see, I couldn't help myself because boy howdy, it all looks like this. It's called Sacred Decay. The art of Lauren Marks. And the interiors all look like this basically. This kind of weird, beautiful imagery of decay, of weirdness, just slightly unsettling, but absolutely gorgeous. This trip through wilderness and things falling apart, basically. Just absolute detail. I am astounded by it. As it says here, fungus blooms and dies, bones wither and moths form halos around dismembered animals in this darkly exquisite collection from acclaimed artist Lauren Marks. With an impressive eye for detail, Marks brings her uncanny subjects to life or death with awe-inspiring texture and intensity. Birds, beasts, fish, plants, and more unfurl radiantly on the page in their cycle of birth and destruction. It is stunning. We've paged through it. It's probably the thing that affected me the most this week, honestly. I highly recommend the experience of even just paging through this book. So Sacred Decay. Oh my goodness, folks. Something else.
Yeah. It's going to be a beauty.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, my pick of the week is not a surprise to anyone who watched the show 4 weeks ago, because it's Destiny New York #2.
Oh, heck.
I really like this. I really like Pat Shand. I've liked his or their work. I have to look up gender nouns. I'm not sure.
He uses he, him.
Yeah, thank you. I really like his work. Snap Flash Hustle is like one of my favorites that no one talks about. And
What is that one about?
A travesty. So it's models, but they're like a drug ring. So they get in, they do like jobs, they're beautiful women, and there's just this undercurrent of crime.
Because they can go and anywhere,
Yeah.
be anybody. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. And it's like the art is Emily Pearson? Emily Pearson.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Who also did The Wilds, which is also I love her art too, actually. Emily Pearson art is amazing. Speaking of art, the art in here is just so good. It's illustrated by Manuel Prietano. All right, I can show the first page because it's after Wednesday. But it looks like this, and it's just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So this is more of, it goes kind of from these kind of details, and then it's got the city, the really, really clean lines in when it's in the city, I guess. So it's just, I'm kind of obsessed with the line work. Like I don't understand how someone's hands work like that, because mine don't. So just this beautiful layout, like even just look at this living room. I mean, she's very rich, so yes, it looks good.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Oh my God. So just a quick recap. Destiny, New York is about a school of kids who all have prophecies, and so they kind of guide them to make sure that they can fulfill them. And sometimes they don't fulfill them until later, which is one of the characters in here. And sometimes they do. So the main character, I'm bad with names. So the main character, Logan, she fulfilled her prophecy at 13, and she's now about 26. And so she's kind of just listless. She doesn't really know what to do with her life. Meanwhile, her best friend, her prophecy is slowly being fulfilled, and they're about the same age. But it interacts with what is happening in Logan's life, and it complicates things, which is beautiful.
So well done. The way that everything crashes together.
Plus the fact that on top of it, so you have magic and prophecy and like friendships and romance and love and sex and just city living and trying to live in your 20s. Like it's just all mixed together in this beautifully perfect way. Logan's ex, who they dated, who I believe in the first issue it was implied that they were even engaged. Mm-hmm. At some point they broke it off, and now she's engaged to someone else. She's gonna get married to someone else. So there's that.
It's a lot happening.
But and of course
very
Logan
clear.
is not taking it well because they were in love. Mm-hmm. And she sees her ex with this guy on Instagram, and she's like, oh my God. Like that's how she finds out, which I'm going to bring up something slightly personal, but I actually found out that my ex was getting married that day on Twitter, because at the time I followed his wedding photographer, but I didn't know she was a photographer. She was just someone, like I didn't know she was his photographer. And so I found out through like a tweet, and even though like there's no regrets or anything in that relationship, it was the weirdest way to find out.
That story gets slightly weirder.
Yes. The weird thing is that Edmonton is a very small city, so he can build on it. But I did call. I was working at the office. This was years and years and years ago. I was working at the office, and I called Brandon, and I said, "This is gonna sound weird. It's not. I'm fine with it, but I just need to talk to someone about this." Yeah. So I talked to him. I told him about the tweet, and I was like, "This is weird to find out like on the morning, like that day." So anyway, and so you have a follow-up story to that story, because life is very weird.
Yeah. So we discover that my boss at the time went to that wedding because his banker, the person he would go to see every week to do the business bank deposit, was marrying that particular young man. And I think that's how he found out about something with your parents, like the whole thing. It was a schmoz. It was a wild, like weird mix of coincidence. That boy. Anyways, that was a mess.
Yeah, Edmonton's a small city disguised as a big city because it's just everyone knows each other, and it's just an emotional mess.
It's definitely something that's mirrored in this book.
Yeah.
And while the story and the characters involved are in a mess, it doesn't feel messy. The storytelling is very, very clear, and you're not ever lost to like, okay, so who is this here? And they're doing that? It's like, oh my God, what has happened?
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of information. It is so clear. It's a great run through.
Yeah, and like all the characters look different. There's not, sometimes you get those series where like there's two characters and you're just like, I don't know which is which
because their faces are all the same.
Very similar. And yeah, sometimes artists draw faces all the same with like different haircuts and that stuff. But yeah, everybody is very well laid out in this. Everybody is fully characterized, fully fleshed out.
Different body types.
There's body diversity. There's obviously sexual diversity. But it all brings it back to, even without the magic and the prophecy, it brings it back to the confusion of being in your 20s and your ex getting married. And you're just like, what am I doing with my life? Because even like she definitely still has mixed up feelings with her ex, but like even though I didn't, I was like, wow, what am I doing with my life? Even though my life was great at the time, like it's even better now. But
well, and that added pressure of technically the thing you were supposed to do, that's been fulfilled.
Yes. Can you imagine one thing that you were supposed to do with your life? You did it at like 13 and you're done. And it's like 13 to 15 years later. And what do you do? What do you do? So, the school doesn't leave her high and dry. They actually have programs for like, if you want to go back and teach, or they kind of, in the first issue, they explain it. It's really cool. Like this world is so thought out.
Yeah.
I love it. I can't wait for this. This is definitely something I'm going to own. Now, I did just want to mention one last book.
How dare you?
I know.
Springing this on me right now.
Yeah, I'm springing this on you. It's been sitting here all the time.
Brought it home in front of my face. Talked about it before.
To your face.
This is a shock, and I will not have it. And the
go off net. You can't do it. See, you can't do it.
Can't figure it out. I forgot how to do it.
I forgot. So this actually showed up today. I ordered it because I was very curious about what it was about, and it sounded really good. So I just wanted to mention it. I am looking forward to reading it. It is my one of my favorite genres.
Your future pick.
It probably will be, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
We should do that. Past pick, current pick, future pick.
But what if it doesn't turn out? I mean, not like this. What if we read something what our future pick and we're just like, oh, that was just okay.
People will know it's something we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It's fair. Okay. If you would like to see more future picks, absolutely, because we don't just get books on Tuesday. We get books most every weekday.
Almost every day.
Yeah, because, well, I say weekday because, we're in the store Tuesday to... Actually, no, we do get Saturday.
I got a delivery on Sunday this week.
Okay, all right. You got an overachiever, okay? We love our Campar guy. He's our main dude for like at least 3 of our big distributors, so he's good people. But yes, this will be my future pick because I have been looking forward to it and I am excited about it. It is one of my favorite genres. Falls in love with a ghost.
She says that because I've been dead this whole time.
Yeah. I live alone with 4 cats. Woo. You just like wisp into smoke somehow, and I'm like, Brandon, I don't know how to work the podcast without you come back.
I think you literally scream.
I mean, I would be, yeah, like don't do things like that live on air. That I don't care for that at all.
I remember when you used to squeeze me and I'd threaten to burst into a pile of feathers because I'm
Yes.
just a construct of feathers.
I don't care for that.
No, you got very upset with me one
That
time.
makes me
Extremely
sad.
upset. Never say that to me. Never say you're a pile of feathers. Very seriously.
That makes me sad. I'm just gonna do this to make sure you're solid. No!
Whoa.
Whoa, right? Yeah,
Language.
I know. So this is by Elizabeth Holovell, called Summer Spirit. So very excited about this. It's this beautiful, nice, meaty big book. It's by No Brow Publishing.
The folks what do Hilda.
Yeah, so they know their
They know
young
quality.
ladies stories. Oh, David, thank you. Beep. Louise spends every summer hanging out with her cousins at Grandma's house. But this year, her plans to read comics on the beach are disturbed by teenage drama. She takes refuge in her new acquaintance, a friendly but mischievous ghost. Determined to escape the drama and enjoy her summer, Louise finds herself getting dangerously close to her new paranormal BFF. Enter the dreamy world of Elizabeth Holovell's graphic novel for a supernatural coming-of-age story, woven together with the threads of family, young love, and the tricky territory that comes with being a teenage girl.
Yeah.
And hell yeah, I know about that tricky territory of being a teenage girl because I was one a million years ago. So very, very excited about that.
I only was one in the content that I consumed. Honestly, I got to miss out on a lot of the
Absolutely.
hard stuff.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's lovely. Like the art looks really nice. It's kind of peaceful.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Yeah. So I'll just show you like a page, a
Just a
random
little bit.
page.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
We can do that on Thursdays. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, because this is technically out, and the book market is so happy about just, hey, if you have books, you can put them on shelf.
Yeah, I
Like-
love dealing with the book market.
Like
Diamond can go eat a. Yeah.
eat a canoe. I'm sorry, I just wanted to. Anyway, I love that button. I won't abuse it. But I'm very excited. I'm gonna dig into that tonight and see how that goes. I do love that our book distributors are like, yeah, this is out May 4th, but whenever you get it, because the mail system is not exact, not
Yeah.
every bookstore is gonna get something at the same time. Just put it out and
We
sell a book.
we confirmed this. I know from working at Chapters Coles, unless it is a very specific book release with a very strict release date. Once you get it, you can sell it. I missed that because it takes out a whole layer of extra busy work. I'm just like, okay, so you receive it and you put it away, and then you can put it out later. Like, no, you get it, you receive it, you put it out, you sell it.
I would forget things
Get it into people's hands.
like this.
Get into people's hands.
Right now it's in my hands, but it could be in
Indeed.
your hands one day. And I will definitely get more copies if this is awesome because I just have the one, but that's just usually what we do. We test
Yeah.
out unless we're like, I can sell 100 of these. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to read this and then I will know who to sell it to.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna call Hans this week, see what he's up to, see if I can't get him on the show.
Ooh, see how
In the near future.
spring in Germany is going?
Yeah, because it's been since Christmas when he sent that Christmas message.
Oh
so,
my gosh, it has been a long time.
Yeah, so I should check up on the boy,
See if anything's blooming.
see if he has any stories about Angela.
Yeah.
He has lots of stories about Angela. He never
Oh.
shuts up about Angela.
I know. They're besties.
They're besties. So Hans may or may not show up in the next couple weeks. We'll have to check in. We'll see. But also, stay tuned to hear for our Tuesday show. We have some extremely exciting news. By that, I mean, hey, you know how we've mentioned that the store will be moving in the summer? Well, we are going to show you exactly where it's moving to. Is it going to be near? Is it going to be far? Some people know.
Yeah, no, I've been bursting at the seams. I've been like, I want to tell everybody.
Exactly. But we're very excited to share the destination and a short time later show you the transformation.
Yeah.
So you are going to be a part of this in some way. And you'll get to see the next version of Variant Edition. It's going to be very cool.
I'm very excited for this.
So that's Tuesday at 8:10 p.m.
Yes. Tell all your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you can't catch it live, catch it later. And then send the link to all your friends.
All of your friends. Every single one of them. Like, what is this? I don't even read comics. Too bad.
We can get books. We can get prose books.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? Your friends don't know what they're talking about.
And we told you. Comics Daddy told you.
Yeah, Comics Daddy told you to.
Just tell them when they're just like, why did you send this to me? Just say, Comics Daddy told me to.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
It's canon. All right.
Thank you all for watching. It's been great. I will see you here tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Not on this stream, but if you look up Comics Beat on YouTube and Facebook, I will be there 3:30 to talk about final order cutoffs. And it's going out to the whole ding dang industry. We will also be here on Monday at 3:30 p.m. for real this time. Last week, we were helping Denica's parents move some stuffs.
Yes, safely, because we have not been vaccinated, because there was a moment where I thought under 40s could go do the thing, and that just hasn't really solidified. But my parents are vaccinated, and I'm very happy about that, because I worry about my parents.
Indeed. We'll be here for our pop culture show at 3:30. And then, like we said, Tuesday, big news on our new releases show. So check that out.
Yes. I'm going to do something crass and kind of personal right now. My parents are selling their house in hopes to retire to Nova Scotia. So if you are looking to buy a house outside of the city, or you know someone who is, please email me. If you don't have my personal Facebook, that's cool. Not all of you do. Email me at comics@variantedmonton.com, and I'll give you the realtor.ca link. Because it's a beautiful house, and although I've had a lot of good memories there, I want them to be able to sell and move out to Nova Scotia and start their retirement. So please let me know.
Yeah. All right, folks. Thank you all for watching, and we will talk to you again soon.